There you are. Yeah, I got stopped by a train on my way down here. Well, today's video is going to be about questions and facts about the comic. What's the first one? Why was the Jack and the Soda Construction Company series canceled? Sounds easy enough. Yeah, but there's 4 of them. Oh. Well, I'll let you get started on it. I'll be back later. Well, let's get this started. In 2006, they started making the Jack in the Pack Soda Construction Company series, and there was 13 episodes, and there was supposed to be 26. It was halted by Hit Entertainment because they had bought the series out because it was too similar to Bob the Builder and was too expensive to continue the show. These were the 3 DVDs of the 13 episodes. And there are 11 unfinished scripts because there were supposed to be 26 and it was put to a stop halfway through. So that's why they never continued. In fact, Patrick, who appeared in On Site with Thomas, which was his only appearance, was supposed to make a second appearance in another episode later. They'll be listed, all the episodes that was supposed to come out is listed right here. You done? Yep. On to the next one. Oh, wait. What? Oh, what the heck, dude? This isn't right. Let me try again. No, stop! Really? In the tracks, you idiot. I'm sorry. Let me try. No. I'll just walk. Dude, I don't know why you would rather walk. I could have got us here in like 1 second. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. But you scare me when you do that. Now, what's the next question? Why were some VHSs not released on DVD? There's the train coming. That's a good question. I'm gonna get started on it. Sounds good to me. There was a lot of reasons as well as to why some VHSs never made it to DVD. And those were financial and licensing issues, as well as digital streaming of physical copies, and I'm sorry, it took me there a minute to remember. Mismatching of different episodes from other seasons that didn't match right, because some of these was just episodes thrown all together from different seasons. So there was 5 that never made it, and those being Thomas Breaks the Rules, Better Late Than Never, Thomas's Christmas Party, and Thomas Meets the Queen, as well as Tenders and Turntables, which you guys never saw an unboxing of this because I just recently got it and it was for this video. So those are the answers as to why these was never released on DVD. Seriously? What? It's time for that little bonus video. You're starting to make me mad with these tricks of yours. Yeah, but it's funny. So, time for that little bonus video. As you can see, we got all these movies here lined up. For the bonus facts, there's going to be a few facts about some of these DVDs right here. And we're going to start with these 2 right here. So, Thomas and his friends help out, and Percy Saves the Day, these were actually not supposed to be the original covers. Okay? Thomas and His Friends Help Out was supposed to have this cover right here. It has a picture of like Edward, and then the picture at the bottom is like from Birdie's Chase. And also, Percy Saves the Day, this was not supposed to be the original cover either. In fact, it was actually going to be yellow. I can't remember which engine it was going to have at the top, but it was going to have a picture from the episode What's the Matter with Henry, and this right here. And, yeah, there's those. Edward was never really featured on the front of a cover of many DVDs. He was only featured on the front of 3 DVD covers, and them being these 2 right here, 10 Years of Thomas and Come Ride the Rails. And he was also featured on the front of a cover of a CGI one. It was called Merry Winter Wish. But, you know, I don't collect CGI. Well, I have some, but I don't really have them sitting out. And then the last piece of trivia is that these 3 that you see, these were all 2009 Lionsgate re-releases, and they're renamed from original Anchor Bay DVDs that Lionsgate never got the rights to until later on. So, Friends Help Out here is actually called Thomas and His Friends Help Out. Really Useful Engines is originally titled Make Someone Happy, and the Runaway Engine is originally titled Thomas and His Friends Get Along. And there was also 4 others that was retitled, them being Pop Goes the Diesel, and what was the other one? I'm sorry, guys. Pop Goes the Diesel, and I'm sorry about that, guys. I had trouble remembering the other one. It was Pop Goes the Diesel and Harvey to the Rescue. And then there was also 3 others that was re-released: Percy's Chocolate Crunch, James and the Red Balloon, and Best of Gordon. They never got their name changed, but did get this type of cover on the front here. And I have these 3 right here, and I'm looking to try to get the rest of them real soon. So, yeah, that's that bit of bonus video. Next question is, why hasn't the U.S. gotten a complete Thomas series narrated in U.S.? There's a few reasons as to why the U.S. never got a U.S. narration of a complete series of Thomas and Friends. The first one is production cost, and the other is the shift to streaming and digital downloads away from physical copies. And the third reason is they was switching over to the CGI animation around the time when they could have released them. The Early Years of Thomas and Friends is the only complete series that the U.S. got, but it was narrated in Ringo Starr's UK narrations, not his U.S. Reasons for that was because they say that... The reason was because the episode Whistles and Sneezes right here was not narrated, and Ringo Starr didn't re-narrate it in his U.S. narrations. So instead they just put all his UK narrations on here, and that's why they made it with all his UK narrations. Don't know what I'm saying. Alright, let's get ready to go on to the next question. Well, it's the next day. Swift told me he couldn't make it here today. He had something he had to go do. So I'm just going to end up finishing the rest of this video of the last 2 questions we need to finish. Okay. The last question, actually not the last question, the 4th question is, why was Edward never in the Magic Railroad movie? It's actually a really good one. So let's get into it. So there were several reasons as why, actually two only short reasons as why Edward wasn't in the Magic Railroad. This film right here, he wasn't in because his newer model wasn't ready yet. And the second was he didn't really have a main role for the film or anything like that, so he was just never included in it, which is kind of strange. All the other engines was put into it except for Edward, one of the main Thomas characters. But I guess that's how it goes. And if you're also interested, I also got the 20th anniversary. So, the next question was, why were some Thomas DVDs and VHSs re-narrated for the U.S.? Well, the answer to that is that where the UK and US, they pronounce things different, they had them re-narrated for younger American audience to understand things better, whereas in the UK, they call freight cars troublesome trucks, and they call like normal trucks over there lorries, and as well as they call conductors guards. So it was just a bunch of for really unknown reasons, which I can't understand why. And they also, in the UK, they called Sir Topham Hatt the Fat Controller. But there was 6 DVDs that was re-narrated, as well as some VHS tapes. I also forgot to bring 2 DVDs, which was Engine Friends and Greatest Stories. Some of these was re-narrated from Ringo Starr's U.S. narrations. But the ones I do have here, I will show you. Them being New Friends for Thomas, which was re-narrated by Michael Angelis, because this was when season 7 first started coming out and they hadn't hired Michael Brandon yet. So they had him re-narrate the episodes on this one. And it's got the episodes Jack Jumps In and A Friend in Need from season 6. Alec Baldwin did narrate Jack Jumps In and A Friend in Need from season 6, but A Friend in Need only made it to DVD, that being on Mud Glorious Mud. Jack Jumps In had licensing issues and owner rights, all that stuff for that one. But anyways, back to it. This is one, New Friends for Thomas. Best of James. Thomas Gets Tricked. Thomas Breaks the Rules. Tenders and Turntables. And Better Late Than Never. All these right here, plus the 2 I talked about, as why they was re-narrated, and I can't find out why they couldn't re-release them for the U.S. and the U.S. narrations, but I guess, like you said, owner rights and money talks. Sounds like thunder. I better get home. Okay.